This is Larry London, Voice of America. This man needs no introduction, but he's going to get one anyway. A couple times Oscar winner. I mean, the world knows him and loves him for his films and everything he's done for humanity. We welcome Tom Hanks to the Voice of America.
Yeah, I've been working on vaccines and whatnot in my spare time, just for humanity's sake, you bet.
Well, it's great to have you here in D.C. You're hosting the annual Christmas tree lighting and on stage emceeing. What does Christmas mean in the Tom Hanks household every year?
Pandemonium, and you know, I like it because it ends up being you know, the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, it really stretches to about 18. I think, you know, you really start shutting down about the 5th, 6th, 7th of December, and it goes on until, I'm going to say the 3rd or 4th of January. So it's like a time of you know, preparing everything and then cleaning up everything.
And you throw in Kwanzaa and Hanukkah? And
oh, get it all in. And all the, you know, all the kids, we're good because we have grandkids in the family now.
Really?
And they bring back the glory of the mess and the open presents, and everything is magical when you're 3 years old. So.
Well, you talk about diversity, you talk about talent. This man embodies talent from Big and Mermaid on down to now Captain Phillips. He's played all kinds of roles. And what's next? What's coming up next for Tom Hanks?
Well,
can you let us in on?
Well, we just keep slugging away. You know, the secret is don't try to stay young. Always play somebody as old as you actually are. That's then you'll be okay. Don't worry about how your hair has changed over the years. Just embrace it all.
And you're producing films and producing TV shows.
Yeah. We have a fabulous collection of office folks, and we got a great relationship with HBO. We have an ongoing. We just produced a thing called Olive Kittredge that might be seen around the world. We have some more miniseries that are coming out, and I don't know if around the world you've been able to catch. The CNN series, The 60s, would that play on via?
Yes.
Or they could track it down, but a documentary series on the 1960s, and we're working now on the 1970s as well. And if that goes well, if that goes okay, guess where we're going after that, Larry London?
The 80s.
We might move on to the 80s, in fact. That's right. It's a little hard to do the 50s because TV wasn't around that much, but if the video exists, we're going to find it. We're going to put it on the air.
Well, having you on the show is an honor and a thrill for me, and I've been a fan for years, and our worldwide audience on the Voice of America obviously knows everything you've done throughout the years. You get a chance to travel a lot out of the U.S. Where do you like to go? Where have you been?
As a matter of fact, I was in Poland for the first time ever in a pretty cool place called Wrocław, and just in the course of this year's, I was working in Morocco. All over Morocco, and actually went down to Hurghada in Egypt. That was quite an adventure as well. So I'm a lucky man in that my work takes me around the world a lot of times, and it's not as a tourist, but as someone who's actually, you know, in the nitty-gritty and working with a lot of local folks. That's the nice thing about the movie industry is we all sort of speak the same language of dolly moves and page count and whatnot. So I've been places that I never would have been able to go as just a regular civilian, but in the motion picture and TV business, I've been able to travel around almost as widespread as the Voice of America itself.
I hate to ask a cliche question. You've probably been asked 100 times. What would be the highlight? I mean, obviously the Oscars, but beyond the Oscars, in a career that encompasses as much as yours has, if you could single out something?
Well, yeah, I will have to say that it is sometimes your job is to wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, take a shower, and then go prepare to go to work, and you just happen to be in the Red Sea, off of the coast of Egypt, in a place like Hurghada, and to think, this is my job. I'm not here just to goof around or take pictures. They're actually paying me to come here and do this. I think it is, in fact, the travel and the exposure to the great wider world. That really is the highlight. There's a time when you're doing stage work or you're doing something on TV, and you think, well, all I'm really doing is going to the same door on 44th Street in New York and doing that 8 times a week, or I'm getting off at La Brea and then going down to Culver City and to go on to stage 15. But when you're making films and you're out there with an awful lot of different people and you're exposed to, even in places like, I mean, I've made movies in Fiji, and I've made movies, as I said, in Morocco and Italy. I once had a birthday celebrated in front of the Mona Lisa because the Louvre was closed down for us in order to shoot a film. Pretty exciting times.
Now, is there a role that you haven't played that you'd wished you would have or would like to still?
I've always wanted to play a crusading correspondent for the Voice of America, but
Here you go. We'll step out of
it's been taken by some other middle-aged guy with hair on the way out. So I'm gonna leave that to you.
Well, on that note, I'm going to give you a chance to say hi to everybody, the troops who tune in, our worldwide audience, millions of people, 60 countries. Tom Hanks?
It doesn't matter what culture you're in. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Here at the end of the calendar year, at the times of holidays, to all sorts of cultures and heritages, it's a time, a special thing to say, God bless us, everyone. And you know what? If we work at it a little bit harder, we can make this the lead into the finest year possible. We can all get along a little bit better and have a little more heart for each other and perhaps a little bit more understanding, and that difficult word to sum it up sometime, respect for each other. But that's what the year-end holidays are all about. That's what Christmas is all about. So Merry Christmas to everybody who might be tuning into this broadcast of the Voice of America. The Voice of America is the voice of freedom.
Thank you, Tom. Wow, that's wonderful. Voice of America, Tom Hanks.